So if you're here, more than likely, you're an artist or a creative or somebody who is interested in growing their creative career. And if that's you, well, stick around because that's exactly what I'm going to do with this channel. It's going to be a little bit meta because I'm trying to grow my creative career as I'm talking to you about trying to grow this creative career, which I've been working on for a while now. I'm Shar, and I'm a creature and comic artist. My current project is called The Golden Troop, and it is a story of a past life of mine taking place in the Achaemenid Empire 2,500 years ago. So the base story is about how my character, me, I guess, is traveling around with her animal companions, a horse, a dog, a cat, and a bird, to put it simply, and basically just can't ever get a foothold in the career that she's trying to go for. If you relate to that, then this might be the channel for you, because that's basically what I've been going through for the past going on 20 years now. I started my artistic journey in 2003, and I've been trying to make it ever since. That's when I graduated high school, and I had an array of different jobs, mostly consisting of like being a super duper pooper scooper and a video game tester primarily. And that's taken me to all corners of the world. I've traveled a whole bunch, but I've settled now on wanting to do this project. That's like my number one thing right now. So I'm taking another crack at this YouTube thing because in that whole span of time, I've definitely done YouTube in the past and I did not get the results I wanted. So I'm trying it again. But this time I want to do it a little different. This time I want to take all y'all out there in the, internet with me on this journey. And I want to improve and grow, and I also want to see all of you improve and grow as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff helps. And now we're going to get into a little piece that I'm working on right now.
One of the biggest things that I've learned over all of this time is that the most important thing is knowing who your audience is, like this little puppy here. And the big thing about that is knowing who you're talking to. A lot of people will say, like, all you need to do is find your audience, and that seems very well and good, but it can be really difficult to know where to look or who to talk to. Here are some of my tips on that process and how to do it. The easiest place to start is to start with yourself, your past self. Imagine the person that you were at the start of your creative journey. More than likely, the person that you are wanting to talk to, who you are hoping hears your content, is going to be a lot like you. By using your past self as an avatar, then that can really help you to hone in the type of person that you want to listen to your content. So for me, I'm hoping that you're a creative, maybe a visual artist, probably a visual artist, someone who likes animals. I mean, come on, look at this guy. He's too cute. You gotta pet him. Someone who has a ton of hobbies, maybe something in the horseback riding, mounted archery kind of genre. Possibly even someone with ADHD, because guess what? I'm undiagnosed and highly suspect that that's what I have. And perhaps most importantly, beyond all those other things, is someone who is sure of their abilities, know that they are good at what they do, but they have just not had the opportunity, the luck, whatever it is, that gets them the audience that they're really seeking to be able to grow their creative career. Those people are the type of people that I would like to invite into my troupe. Now, if you're listening to this, that might be you. I hope so. That said, might be something kind of different. There's probably something more unique, more specific to you that you can use to help grow your specific audience and craft. So the first step is to go ahead and identify who you would be talking to. Definitely don't discount the importance of this step. It is super important to be able to figure out and to hone in the audience that you're interested in talking to. And this step is so important because you need to know who you're talking to in order to know the best way to help them out. Because the best way to find your tribe, your audience and the people who you feel are going to be the most interested in your content is by making content that they would be the most interested in. That sounds obvious, but if you're just talking about you and your life without any real context behind it, I'm here to say right now, that doesn't work super good. I think there is a point in time when that kind of content will be very valuable to your audience, but I think that's a step that happens after you have already established your audience. Before that, and you may have heard this before if you've done any kind of marketing research or listened to anybody talk about this topic other than me, and that is to be able to figure out people's pain points. So this basically means you are living in the shoes of the person you're trying to talk to, and you think about them, their personality, what they're going through in a day, and when you think about these things, you create content that can help enhance their life in some way. You want to provide real value to them, like how this little puppy is providing real value to me by not understanding that I'm trying to teach him to speak. So yeah, it's basically about trying to help people that you are most interested in seeing your content. There's definitely a few ways you can do this. One way to do this is to provide a service for them. Maybe in the way of answering a question that you thought about and that you have determined is a question that they're probably asking themselves. And it's not about knowing all of the answers and being a giant guru or something, but by providing your feedback, your experience, your expertise, you can help them out. You have a unique perspective on life and in your creative journey that no one else has. And that perspective can add real value into not only your life, but the lives of others as well. That's just one way you can add value. Another way is to just simply do something for them. Maybe you're interested in having people join your newsletter. So it would be kind of cool if you offered something in return for them joining your newsletter. It could be something as simple as like a phone wallpaper, or maybe a cool little behind the scenes tour of your studio. Or if you're really into it, you could also offer like a small digital item as well, like maybe digital brushes or something that you know your audience would enjoy. It doesn't have to be a super labor-intensive thing that you're offering. It just has to be something that can actually provide value to the person you are interested in hearing your content. Once you know who you're talking to and how you can add value into their lives, then the next step is like actually tracking these people down. Now that's the tricky part that I have not actually figured out, historically speaking, in the past. However, in my research recently, I think one of the best ways to do that currently is to check out YouTube, as you already are. Unlike other social media platforms, YouTube has a pretty direct path to success and monetization. TikTok, Instagram, I've been on all of them, and none of them really reward you for success. In fact, they're mostly interested in you being on their platform and providing them with success and money, while providing very little direct compensation toward yourself. Whereas on YouTube, if you have this number of subscribers and you have this many watch hours, then boom, you get monetized. At least that's the goal and the plan anyway. And from my research, one of the ways you can do that successfully is to use a app, something like TubeBuddy, to keyword search for titles and things that you feel that your audience would be searching for. And this is where kind of the meta part comes in, because I haven't actually done that for this video as I'm recording this. But when I do, I am planning on, searching for tips to find an audience and starting out with as an artist. And then you want to go ahead and use those keywords not only in the title, but also the description as well. The key with the description is to make sure that it's pretty long and full of these keywords. But you want to add them in such a way that it sounds natural, like they're real sentences. You don't want it to just be this glob of keywords strung together, because it just doesn't look good in the description, for one, and two, from what I've seen, that doesn't really yield very good results. I've also heard that it's not super important to add a bunch of tags. Apparently you can add like 500 tags to YouTube, but it doesn't even benefit you that much, so there's no real point, I don't think. The plan moving forward is to implement all of these tips. I want to see how much more differently I can grow this channel and grow my own art career with these tips in mind specifically. It's funny because sometimes you just need to hear the same things over and over again before it really sticks with you. So it's not necessarily that this is like new and exciting and never before heard of information, but it might just be coming from a source that you connect with a little bit more than prior sources in the past. I've definitely taken courses on how to grow my creative career and listened to a lot of different people on this topic. And I've always tried to pull these tips and tricks together into a cohesive career, but it's just never really coalesced. So with this attempt, I think one of the things that was lacking in my prior attempts was that I was too focused on myself. Seems kind of natural to do so, but I wanted that kind of adoration that I've seen from other content creators. But the thing is, you have to develop that audience first before you can kind of get to that point. So for now, it's to focus on you guys, what you need, what you want. If you have any questions, please let me know. And with that, I think I'm all done here, and I'm gonna go. So thanks for watching.